Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Coral Cadets, the world-famous 12 fans, Lady Reveille, and early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another team from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
How about that play? Yeah, that was a great job by the return man, but how about the execution and the blocking? Everybody getting a hat on a hat. They set up that return perfectly. You can't start a game better than that.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Aggies offense will get the first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Back to pass, it's Cuevas. Feeling some heat. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Finds the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Sooners offense has the ball for the first time. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than it came like this. When you've got 2 studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooner!
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. But it's basically a block on the quarterback on the defensive play.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Back to throw, it's Cuevas. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He wants to throw. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. And this defense's head is... down to the 27. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Kennedy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step and make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Got the first down and more. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Reading the option, it's Ramirez. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Ramirez. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Wiggles free.
I love the play call on defense. You got the offense backed up. How can you create a safety? How can you bring pressure? How can you get someone home to the QB and try to get those 2 points up on the scoreboard? They almost got it, bringing the QB down at the 1-yard line.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Line gets set, first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Trying play action. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking downfield, it's Cuevas. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
They go right back to him. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after him. He's got an open man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're trying to get to it. Makes his connection. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire...
He is smashing people. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Pocket starts to collapse. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here's the return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Turns it loose. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To the air, it's Ramirez. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's going to pass. Going for the big play. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Sooners. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station.
And the Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Fighting off the defender. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll give it to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play.
He's off to the races. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, folks.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Cuevas. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Getting some heat. Quickly complete. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that sort of defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And you want to talk about game tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Give to the running back. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David,
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. To the air, it's Cuevas. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He'll toss it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Sooners! And the stomping has commenced. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Cuevas. Got his man quickly. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. A little screen to the running back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
He'll bring it back. It's Allison. Makes a move. Rams him with the stiff arm. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Powers through the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. A swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to get outside. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners are marching down the field. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for the loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
He'll toss it. Shoots his way for more.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The offense starts with a short field. They'll try the run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day, man.
Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. After this, it'll be a wrap. Going up top on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could